Nicki Minaj lost her mind this week, prompting many to ask, wait, Nicki Minaj had a mind? Apple has taken Facebook's VPN off the App Store for privacy invasions. Silly Facebook. Privacy invasions are for the NSA. A monkey bit a child in Florida. Florida, the only place where you can get bit by a monkey, crackhead, and alligator in the same day. I'm Will Fahey, and this is LateTube. Nicki Minaj is in the news, not because her new album Queen is good, but because she's trying to convince everybody that it is. It all started when she added Fifi feat. Tekashi 6ix9ine to her new album. Fifi was her most streamed single at that time, and she wanted to add those numbers to her album so that it could move up the charts. Apparently the fact that she needed Tekashi 6ix9ine to get people to listen to her music wasn't a wake-up call. Journalists were critical to the collaboration, because at this point we're still kinda convinced he might be a pedophile. To deal with this, she took a nice long break and said it was paid sabotage, sexism, and that she had evidence that proved that people were out to get her. Because when you have evidence of wrongdoing, always make sure to allude to it and hope that people take your word for it. When she charted second after Travis Scott's Astroworld, she accepted her loss and told fans that her next album would be even better. Nah, she blamed Travis Scott for everything. Even though she lost because more people were streaming Astroworld, she said that Scott didn't deserve the spot because he had album tour merchandise bundles. Which may have been a valid argument if Nicki Minaj didn't do the exact same thing. Apparently methods are only cheating to Nicki Minaj if they work. She also took issue with Kylie Jenner saying that fans might be able to see her at Astroworld concerts. Or, as it's commonly referred to, advertising. We're not done yet because Minaj believes that Spotify sabotaged her by not giving her the same advertising as Drake. She claims that this was due to Spotify's jealousy over Apple Music getting her album first. This of course failed to account for the fact that nobody has ever been jealous of anybody getting Nicki Minaj music first. She claimed that Spotify was trying to teach her a lesson. Unfortunately, they didn't teach her the lesson that her music isn't very good. This all came crashing down when she compared herself to Harriet Tubman. To Minaj, Tubman's belief that she could have saved more slaves if she knew where they were was echoed by her trying to get #1 on Billboard. Yes, freeing slaves is hard, but have you ever tried to satisfy Nicki Minaj's ego? VPNs, or as they're commonly known, thing that lets me play Fortnite mobile on school Wi-Fi, are essential to anybody looking to protect their private security online. You might then be wondering why Facebook chose to make one. Well, it was to do exactly the opposite of what a VPN does. The app, Onavo, streamlined information directly to Facebook. Don't worry, your information is being kept private. It's just not being kept private from the one website that you probably got the VPN to hide from. Facebook has taken the role of abusive boyfriend who protects you from guys while beating you. Apple has removed Onavo due to the privacy violations. When asked how he would handle a situation like this if Apple were the offender, Apple CEO Tim Cook responded, "I wouldn't be in this situation." As if not violating privacy is an easy decision to make. Onavo would record downloaded apps and the frequency of their use. The goal was to use this data for marketing information. It was clearly worth it. As the ancient proverb once said, you don't really know a man until you know what apps he uses on the toilet. A Florida monkey is banned from a Carrabba's after biting a small child. The monkey wasn't given a trial or allowed to speak to a lawyer, all of this with no prior felonies. The child startled the monkey by pulling his hand away quickly, something that they tell you not to do on day 1 of handling monkey school. Jojo was 9 months old at the time, but he's being charged as an adult due to the lack of monkey protection laws in Florida. Jojo's parents have 4 more monkeys who were all observed by investigators. All monkeys reportedly received proper conditions, which begs the question, what is proper conditions for hosting 5 monkeys? Still, they were given a citation for failing to give Jojo a rabies shot. We live in a society where one monkey can have his whole life stripped away by the carelessness of one child. And here we were, thinking that Harambe died for something. Carrabba's stated that Jojo never should have been there, considering the fact that they only allow service animals at their locations. Which means that him being a monkey wasn't the problem. It's the fact that he wasn't a service monkey. Service dogs are great, and they've done a lot of good work. But times are more bananas than ever, and clearly service monkeys are the best way forward. Service monkeys are better at wearing little hats, they can learn sign language, and they walk around like little drunk people. Is making service monkeys largely accessible an absurd idea? Maybe. But if Nicki Minaj thinks that Queen is better than Astroworld, maybe anything is possible. That's all the news we have today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to stay woke. I'm Fahey, and that's the T.